Hello, today I will read Leviticus chapter 4. In chapter 3 it was about the fellowship offering. Um, and they should not eat um, any fat from the animals. Now it's about a different offering in this chapter, a very important thing. Let's start. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, when anyone sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commands, if the anointed priest sins, bringing guilt on the people, he must bring to the Lord a young bull without defect as a sin offering for the sin he has committed. He is to present the bull at the entrance to the tent of meeting before the Lord." We must remember, when anyone sins unintentionally, he is to present the bull at the entrance to the tent of meeting before the Lord. He is to lay his hand on its head and slaughter it before the Lord. Then the anointed priest shall take some of the bull's blood and carry it on into the tent of meeting. He is to dip his finger into the blood and sprinkle some of it 7 times before the Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In front of the curtain of the sanctuary. The priest shall then pat some of the blood on the horns of the altar of fragrant incense that is before the Lord in the tent of meeting. The rest of the bull's blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering at the entrance to the tent of meeting. It's not nice to play with blood, but they were not playing. It was how can I say, ceremony, not ceremony, the ritual. He shall remove all the fat from the bull of the sin offering, the fat that covers the inner parts or is connected to them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the covering of the liver, which he will remove with the kidneys. Just as the fat is removed from the ox sacrificed as a fellowship offering. Then the priest shall burn them on the altar of burnt offering. But the hide of the bull and all its flesh, as well as the head and legs, the inner parts and offal, that is, all the rest of the bull, he must take outside the camp to a place ceremonially clean, where the ashes are thrown, and burn it in a wood fire on the ash heap. If the whole Israelite community sins unintentionally, we can make something like burnt offering. It was about maybe later. If the whole Israelite community sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commands, even though the community is unaware of the matter, they are guilty. When they become aware of the sin they committed, the assembly must bring a young bull as a sin offering and present it before the tent of meeting. The elders of the community are to lay their hands on the bull's head before the Lord, and the bull shall be slaughtered before the Lord. For the price offering of the sin, it was an offering of a bull too, and in that the community, if the community sins unintentionally, a bull too. The elders of the community are to lay their hands on the bull's head before the Lord, and the bull shall be slaughtered before the Lord. Then the anointed priest is to take some of the bull's blood into the tent of meeting. He shall dip his finger into the blood and sprinkle it before the Lord 7 times in front of the curtain. Like first time. He is to pat some of the blood on the horns of the altar. That is before the Lord in the tent of meeting. The rest of the blood she shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering at the entrance to the tent of meeting. He shall remove all the fat from it and burn it on the altar, and do with this bull just as he did with the bull for the sin offering. In this way the priest will take an atonement for them, and they will be forgiven. Then he shall take the bull outside the camp and burn it as he burned the first bull. This is the sin offering for the community. It was the same as the first case. When a leader sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the commands of the Lord his God, he is guilty. When he is made aware of the sin he committed, he must bring us. Yeah, it's very interesting when he is made aware of the sin he committed. Maybe sometimes you do things that are forbidden or that are forbidden of the commands of the Lord, and your sin maybe it is unintentionally because you don't know, you didn't know that it is a sin, or maybe there are some cases like that, and when you will realize what you have done, you should go to the Lord and ask forgiveness. And sometimes it's better to pray for forgiveness intentionally and unintentionally for everything. But here it is a thing, we must remember those are for the unintentionally sins or unknown at the first time or something like that. When he is aware of the sin he committed, he must bring as his offering a male goat without defect. He is to lay his hand on the goat's head and slaughter it at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered before the Lord. It is a sin offering. Then the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and pat it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar without sprinkle. Wow. Or it don't say about sprinkle 7 times with the finger. Maybe not with the whole hand. I made like that with the finger, like something like that, or I don't know. or finger. But sprinkle, you must make something. I mean, yeah. Here is without horns of the altar and without sprinkling the blood for a leader. He shall burn all the fat on the altar as he burned the fat of the fellowship offering. In this way the priest will make atonement for the man's sin, and he will be forgiven. If a member of the community sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commands, he is guilty. When he is made aware of the sin he committed, he must bring as his offering for the sin he committed a female goat. So for the priest, a bull. For a community, a bull. It was the same, the ritual were the same. But a leader, it's a male goat. And without sprinkle. Without sprinkle. And without pat it on the horn of the altar. Horn of the altar. If a member of a community, a member is a female goat, and without defect, he is to lay his hand on the head of the sin offering and slaughter it at the place of the burnt offering. Then the priest is to take some of the blood with his finger and pat it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering and pour out the rest. It's not without. It's I think it's the same, but it doesn't say 7 times or no. I made a mistake. Pat it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. He shall remove all the fat, just as the fat is removed from the fellowship offering. And the priest shall burn it on the altar, on the altar. I like it more, I don't know. I got used to it. On the altar as an aroma pleasing to the Lord. In this way the priest will make atonement for him, and he will be forgiven. If he brings a lamb, a member of community can bring a female goat or a lamb. As his sin offering, he is to bring a female lamb or female goat. He is to lay his hand on its head and slaughter it for a sin offering at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered. When the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and pat it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. I like it more, he shall remove all the fat, just as the fat is removed from the lamb of the fellowship offering, and the priest shall burn it on the altar, on top of the offerings made to the Lord by fire. In this way The priest will make atonement for him for the sin he has committed, and he will be forgiven. Yeah, but I think without sprinkling. Yeah, without sprinkle. With horns, but without sprinkle. It was not a mistake. It was a mistake. Yeah, with horns on the altar, but without sprinkle. For the priest and for the community, a bull, and it will be the blood will be sprinkled and patted on the horns of the altar. But for a leader and for a member, or just the horns, and without sprinkling 7 times. That was the chapter. What we can learn from here is even if you do something unintentionally, if you commit a sin unintentionally, maybe you wanted to do something good and you did something worse, you hurt someone, you did something maybe unforgivable, and for even what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commands, you are guilty. You must recognize that you are guilty. Maybe when he is made aware of the sin, when you are aware of the sin, you must pray to the God and ask forgiveness. And not just that, if you hurt someone, or if you did something that can be fixed, or that can be, you must ask forgiveness for those persons too, because you didn't sin. If the sin is something like that, you didn't sin just against God or just against yourself, but against some persons too. Maybe if it's that case, you must or you must fix it if you can, or ask forgiveness. Or yeah, that was the chapter, and we must not leave it just like oh, I made something bad and now I cannot do anything more about. Maybe there are some cases like that. In that case, you should ask forgiveness just for the God. But if you can fix it, or if you, there are can be some difficult things, complicated, and but if it's simple, it's not simple to ask forgiveness if you did something wrong. But if you can do it, first ask forgiveness to the Lord, and then ask forgiveness to those persons, if it's about some persons. Okay, that was the chapter. May the God bless me, protect me, and enlighten me in the next chapter too, and if he wants, use me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.